And to conclude that wonderful day, we will have the mighty virtual Thunderbirds. But first of all, I am lucky today because I have two special friends. First of all, you already know him. He has flown today. He will fly tomorrow. He's been interviewed yesterday. Mr. Sydney Tango Christen should be right here. Hi, Tango.
Hello, everybody. I'm back again to speak.
And Tango, when we were talking, we said that we had two surprises. One of those surprises during this year was the virtual Vultures that performed really well for their first year performing virtual air shows. They did really great. And I think as we are lucky tonight, we have one of them for a little interview.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hello, Danobus, that's it?
Yep, Dano Buzz, Vulture 1.
Vulture 1, so the leader of the virtual Vultures. It's a really nice guy to have you here tonight. As we're seeing with Tango, we first saw you at the Virtual United Air Festival last month, and your performance, guys, was really outstanding. You were the good surprise of the show. We all agreed to say that. So I wanted first to congratulate you, and I wanted to know a few things about your teams because we don't know you yet.
Yeah. Oh, we also have here with me my my right wing number 2, Arrow.
Oh, Arrow, you finally managed. Welcome there.
Welcome, Arrow.
All right, I'm here.
Yeah, we're definitely happy to be here. It was a ton of fun. We've been working really hard to get this done for VUAF, and then transferring over to 2.1 to fly at Creech for VFAT was not easy, but it was fun. It was worth it. I'm glad to be here.
We're calling it the VFAT curse at this point.
Oh,
it was a challenge, sure. Yeah. All right up to the solo pilot losing his canopy on the getting ready to run in. That was 40.
Anyway, guys, really nice performance today. Is it possible to have a little feedback on your teams? Where was it created? How many hours of flight do you do every week? We just want to know who you are.
Yeah. Basically, we're just a bunch of guys. We used to hang out on Aerobatics Online server and kind of started flying formation there, and then kind of formed the Vultures just kind of just for fun. And got more and more serious, got a structured schedule. We fly at least 3 times a week, sometimes a lot more. Yeah, we've been working for about a year now. I think it's almost exactly a year now we've been flying together.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, so all comes from pleasure to fly together. And after pleasure come performance, because when you take some pleasure to flight, when you enjoy it, you have to do it more. And if you do it more, you have to be better. That's it.
That's true. Yeah. Well, that's the bottom line. It's just having fun. That's the bottom line. If we're not having fun, we're not doing it. And this is a lot of fun.
I mean, you can be, I don't say proud, but I mean, what do you achieve in 1 year with this plane? It's really impressive. And as what Kiway tell before, we were really amazed during the VUAF because there is a lot, not a lot, but there is a couple of L39 teams around the corner. And at the start of the years, we didn't hear so much about you. And more the years going and more infos come from Facebook and stuff. We looked on your clip on YouTube, and we are really interested to watch one of your complete display. And you guys put something really amazing together. So yeah.
Oh, thanks, man.
A nice surprise for us, and I think it's very nice to have new blood inside this community, and it's always good. So we are really impressed, and you have all our congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I think I have to be honest with the crowd. This interview with the Vultures was absolutely not prepared. That was not planned. We're just talking with Cypher and Tango. He said, okay, Tango, find me one available, please, because we got to interview them, because everybody agrees on one point. You are amazing today, so we wanted to know a little more of you, and that makes you a little bit of advertisement that gives you visibility, because you guys deserve it.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
Thank you very much. It is a lot of fun. One thing we're really big on, everything, all of our maneuvers are very based on the fundamentals, like the fundamentals of formation flying, which is rejoin and stuff, like all our trail of diamond stuff. It's just basic rejoin stuff made to look better. what we're all about. And what we love to do is bring in new pilots. Everyone who flew today, there's a few people who've been with us for the whole time, but 3 of our members are people that we've met, and we taught them everything we knew, and then they taught us more, and that's how it is. We just like meeting new people, so that's what it's all about for us, is
that's
meeting,
exactly the
training,
spirit I love.
adding to our team.
Amazing, guys. I had a little question, a personal question about your show. During your show, I had the chance to notice there is sometimes some text pop up on the screen. Can you explain us what is that? Is it a script that you have in the mission to launch some special fireworks and stuff like that?
Yeah, that was all Arrow's work. That was so Arrow, take it away, man.
Yeah, the thing was the narrator was also me, but what we did was instead of having somebody run a soundboard, we just we set up triggers and timing, so every time we would hit certain parameters, it would fire the music and the narration. That's what you were seeing.
Wow.
And that was for the camera. The guy operating the camera could see what was coming next, and he's got a show plan that tells him, okay, I see, diamond roll coming, and he's got a show plan that says, now look left and lock on over that in that spot. So that's all that was just mission triggers.
Yeah, that's really impressive. That's a very interesting way to work. I mean, wow, the cameraman is like having everything he needs under his eyes. That's really nice. I was really impressed by everything you put together. I mean, this and I have to say that I'm loving a bit too much your low pass sometime. Switzerland, they won't approve that too much, but that's insane.
Yeah, the FISDA will be calling us later, I'm sure. So I do want to shout out real quick, if I can, to FlexPass, our camera guy, who over the last couple of weeks decided to unplug his joysticks and his VR, all that stuff, and he completely sacrificed all of his time, his waking hours. He worked different shifts than the rest of us, so he couldn't fly, just to focus on dealing with the stream and learning how to do all that stuff. He'd never done any of it before, and he just did a great job, and it was a great sacrifice for the team. A lot of thanks goes to FlexPass for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think he can be proud of himself because he did an amazing job, quality-wise, streaming-wise. It was simply amazing. So yeah, like the surprise of the year. Kiway, have you something else to say? Sorry if I turn back to watch the screen because I watch Kiway in live cam, then I know if he's about what.
Yeah, that was. I wanted to say someone. I really loved the transition. It was during. I don't know if it was a roll or a loop. Just the transition between tail formation and diamond formation. This transition is usually really hard to do, and after only a year of existence, you managed to do it really, really well. So I wanted to congratulate you for this one, because this transition was really perfect, and I know what it takes to do it well. So guys, congratulations on that.
Yeah, a lot of repetition.
Yeah, if you can jump back on the chat, there's a couple of questions for you guys. So one is from Raf, who asked, the question is that if some of you guys flying in real life,
That's a good question.
Yeah, all of us.
All of us, fine.
Commercial pilot or private pilot?
Just about everyone on our team has flying experience in one way or another. Some guys are flight instructors, some guys are getting all their ratings, some guys are flying in the back of heavies, some guys actually flew in with a real formation team. Well, one guy flew in a real formation team in the real world.
Is it rude to ask you which formation team did they fly in?
No, the Vultures, the Vulture formation team. That's where the name came from.
Okay, so
I didn't know there was a real team called that way. I didn't know the existence of such a thing. I'm sorry for that.
It's all right. It was a very short-term thing. It went for about 4 years, and that team kind of ended in a bad way. But that's kind of where this name came from. He was showing a tribute to those guys, the guys that we lost there.
amazing, guys. We got another question for you guys tonight by Yamo. The question is, have you done any preparation work for fallback procedure for technical issues?
Yeah, we did a lot.
That's all we've done for the last month is chase bugs. It's been pretty tough ever since.
Yeah, we even had we even had another aircraft in the air to replace 5 if we needed to. It was just we've had so many problems with 2.1, with trying to make it work, and then with the update that happened last week, we stayed on 2.1 to avoid any unknown issues, and so yeah, we have fallback issues for everything. In the response, I mean, number five actually switched aircraft right before the show. When the little stream went live, he had to switch aircraft because of a technical issue. So.
Yeah.
That's
When we see how you solve your technical issues, it's really hard to believe that you have only 1 year of experience. I think a lot of us will be jealous because we made I know that it took me almost 3 or 4 years before managing to focus back on the flight after a technical issue, because sometimes when you have a technical issue, it's really hard to focus back in the flights. For those who fly in virtual aerobatic demonstration teams, you will know what I mean, but for those who don't know yet what it means, it's really hard to focus back on a flight when you have been kicked or when you have had an issue. It's really hard to focus back. So
No, it definitely is, and we focused on that a lot in training too, with flying every training flight like it was a real show. So if something happened, we didn't freak out about it, we didn't talk about it, we just flew past it, went to the next maneuver, and that's the important part there, is just put it behind you and figure out how to fix it and keep going without letting yourself get in your own head.
That's amazing. I'm really impressed. I had another question from Viper. Vipers, what made you fly the L-39, guys?
They did.
The
Black Diamond.
They did.
Yeah.
Yep.
it wasn't a choice.
I was watching I think it was Beach Blast last year, and we'd been flying the L-39 for a while at that point. And I was watching with Samat and Dirty, and we were on the chat, and we're watching the Black Diamonds fly, and just really enjoying the show. And then when it was over, the three of us were like, wow, yeah, that's the bar. That's the bar, and we have to meet it. We have to try to climb up and find that. And those guys have been awesome. You know, we've flown with them a bunch in the last year. They've been nothing but encouraging. Great team, a lot of fun to hang out with, a lot of fun to fly with. So it's great that that community, that part of it exists. Really fun.
I mean, yeah, the L-39 is maybe a trainer, but I have heard that it's very touchy to fly this CS. Is it right?
It is. It's a huge challenge. You cannot cheat. There's no power. There's a massive spool time. So if you get behind in the power, you're gonna fall out. And use angles to rejoin instead of using power. So it's a lot more. You have to focus on the fundamentals. You can't cheat by just hitting the afterburner if you need it.
That's amazing. I mean, I never flew the L-39 myself, guys, but
I did, and I cried.
yeah,
it's a great little airplane. It's a lot of fun. She's a good girl.
Amazing, guys. So for me, I will let you there because I will take care of the next presentation. It was an honor to speak to you guys, and I hope we'll catch you very soon. And chat, if you have any more questions for Vulture, don't hesitate to ask them. And yeah, guys, take care. And if we don't speak before, have a great Christmas, end of year to you and all your families.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for
Take care, guys.
Good luck, guys. Good show.
See you, Tango. Thank you for being here, Vultures aerobatic teams. It was a really an amazing show. It was a luck to have you here on the desk in order to learn more about you. It was truly amazing. After talking with you, I understand why you managed to progress so fast, and I just wait to see what points you'll be able to reach next year. It's going to be really interesting to analyze.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah, it's going to be fun. We're going to hopefully add more jets. We'll see what happens. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah. I think America is currently missing an 8-ship formation. Just saying, you know whatever you want.
Well, yeah, I know.
On it.
Not saying anything, but we do have 9 pilots. So
9-ship is good too. Look at the Reds.
Yeah.
They do it well.
Oh yeah, they do.
yeah.
And that's a pity that DCS servers don't allow us to make inter-teams flights between Europe and America. For the moment, it's still hard because a flight with an European team and your team, I won't say my team because I won't make any advertisement for myself. That would be rude. But a European team with you would have been really, really good. And By the way, if
Yeah, that would
someday
be
you are looking for someone to put in your backseat, I'm up.
Awesome.
absolutely. Join us anytime, man. We'd love to have you.
Yeah. Thank you for being here today, guys. Would you like to add anything before we switch to another topic and another performer to interview?
Just thanks to the VFAT staff for putting this on. It's a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun being able to push ourselves hard to put on a good show, and made us a lot better. So thank you.
Thank you very much, you, for coming here, and you truly did the job. You made this show awesome. So can't wait to see you in live show next year, guys.
Right on. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, guys. See you later.
Bye.
Good. I'm gonna see if it's possible to ask Rock few questions because he flew